Alright, good morning everybody. We're about to get started right now, and let's switch over the stream. Boom. Alright, here we go. Alright, so welcome to another day trade week. We're on the second week of May 11th. So let's start analyzing some stocks. I was just doing this one right before I started the stream, which we have APOP. They do have they announced that they have new positive data in regards for bone marrow transplantation, and that they submitted their primary data to the FDA for a new drug approval process. Looking at this chart, the price, it's already a little oversaturated. I have this support, this channel over here, basically telling me if the price is already oversaturated or overpriced. And I definitely do have a, let's put it right here, 690. So I do have, I see that the price is already trading over here pre-market around 522. I already created an alert at 582. I have a resistance at 613, and then I have my last resistance at 690. And but as we can see over here in this channel, this is the 4-hour time frame. I can see that the price is already above this red line, which indicates me that the price is already oversaturated. So probably the same thing that happened over here on this day. The price could have probably spike up a little bit and then sell off for the rest of the day. I know there's good news, but like I said, it's gonna spike up just enough and then sell off for the rest of the day. So for me, this is a good short position. That once it reaches its high, I can definitely you can definitely make more money on the short position rather on the long. So this is a good short position for APOP. MVIS. Let's see, MVIS. Do I have any? Yeah, I already have some support and resistances, so I have it at a dollar mark. See, right? It's at a dollar. Yes. So it's trading within this range right here of $1.58. I'm gonna create an alert over here at 87. So put an alert right there at 87. Boom, 87. And the same thing, checking on this channel. So let's see at the 1-hour at the daily chart. This price is trading almost close to this channel line over here as well. As you can see, it bounced up from this channel line earlier, and then a couple days ago it did surpass that channel line because there was enough momentum to get in here for this trade. But let's look it down at a different time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame. Same thing, it did surpass it. Like I said, I did surpass it over here a couple days ago, where it did surpass the channel, and it stayed up there for a little bit and then sold off. And then let's zoom in for a 30-day 1-hour, and then if we can see at the 30-day 1-hour, we do see that it just surpassed it just a little bit, and then it sold off. So over here we can see that it's right here in this middle section. So if there's enough volume for today, which it needs a 4.4 volume, pre-market it's already at 1.6, but there is no news for MVIS, so there's no reason to keep an eye on it. But like I said, we are gonna create an alert, and I'm gonna create an alert right before it hits the $1 mark. I'm gonna put it at 95 cents just in case it does make some type of move. So 95 cents. There we go. So created those two alerts right there. And let's go back to the daily chart. Already have some good support and resistances. As a matter of fact, oh yeah, that can extend that one possibly to the left. So there you go. I have those two alerts. So again, no news with MPIS. Here we go with MARK all over again. No news today, but let's look at the channels. It is trading well within this range right here, $1.40 and what is this, 80 cents, I believe. And we do see some resistance right here at $1 and kind of like 10 cents based on this candle, $1.08. $1.80, I'll create that right there. And then let's get into a different time frame. So the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, the price is already above that channel, so it's already over priced. So let's look at it, the 1-hour time frame. If you look at the 1 hour, it's still as we can see on the 1-hour time frame, it bounces off that channel, boom, sells off, it comes back again, sells off, comes back again, and then right here a couple days ago we do see that it did surpass it. So we are gonna see if that's a move that it's gonna make. I am gonna create an alert at $1.18 since that's the previous, that's a high right there that it made a couple days ago. So I'm gonna create an alert at $1.19, and then go back to the 1 day 1 hour, trying to see what the high is. And we do have another high of $1.36. I'm gonna create an alert at $1.37. $1.37. So boom. So we'll see if it passes the first alert at $1.19. If it passes that one, we do have another alert over here at $1.36. So if we're to get $1.19 and we're trying to make our 10% goal, we can definitely hit it. But again, we just have to wait for the right volume, but there's no news, so I don't see how the volume could explode as much. And then looking at its daily average, it needs a volume of 26 million, and pre-market right now it's at 1.7 million, so not that much volume going on there for us to trade it or even look at it as much. So yeah. So moving on forward, OAS. I do see some news. OAS Petroleum Inc. postpones its first quarter earnings release. Uh-oh, I don't think they want to release it. um, hospital total revenue will decrease. Will decrease approximately between around 87 to 307. So it looks like they had some bad news for for their quarters, their quarterly earnings. So not that good of a news. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, I do see that there's a gap over here. But again, if they're not releasing their quarterly news, then it's not really helping me out. And then this is trading at 59 cents. So let me look at it closer to the 4 hour time frame. So yeah, there's a gap over here. I'm just gonna go based on this high of 72 cents. And the previous one of 78. That's what I'm creating a resistance for right now. There's truly not too much of a nothing too much of a support and resistance. And the price is just way too low. Yeah, there's truly no. I can't even find until all over there on my resistance. So again, there's no good news for it. So we just have to see how they all behave. Let's head over to our CPE. It's a true penny stock. Any news? A lot of news. The schedule earnings for May. Okay. Announce first quarter results. Announces first quarter results. Second. First quarter results, the revenue. Okay. Okay, so they complete their spring redetermination for senior secured credit facility. The borrowing base elected community sent a 1.7 billion prior to 2 billion. Okay, so it looks like the first quarter revenue was 28.9 million. So that's good. So I'm gonna start an alert. Right here at 86 cents. I'll put 87. Boom, right there, 87 cents. And we'll see what kind of news we will have. What kind of movement we're gonna make. Average volume, it is 43 million. Pre-market, it's only at 1.3. So this is definitely gonna take a lot of volume for it to move. But lower volume does cause some more movement. So we're definitely going to have to watch this one very close, because again, the lower the volume, the more it has a potential of making some big moves, but which creates more risk because there's no control at all whatsoever between the buyers and the sellers. Talk about buyers and sellers. Let me create my boxes so that way you guys see my watch list, which is right here. The watches box. Boom. Watch this box right there. My level 2. I like to have my level 2 an eye on. So that way I can see my buyers and my sellers. And then I'm gonna create a note for you guys for buyers and sellers. So these guys right here, these guys are sellers, and the guys over here, these guys are buyers. Boom. So that's the level 2 right there. Oops. So buyers on the left side, sellers on the right side. If you guys don't know how level 2 works, but that's how it is. So now looking at CPE, I can't really create any. I've created some support and resistance in the past, but it's way below that. As you can see, if I get the price closer, we do see some resistance over here at 97 cents. So we're definitely gonna keep an eye on it. Next we have Mara. Daily average volume 2.4 million, pre-market 1.2. News. Mara announced purchase of 700 next gen M30s plus ASIC miners. So expected to generate 56 PHS of hash power. So they purchase of 70 M30s plus ASIC for 1.27 million. And they also, Ameritrade Patent Group announces purchase. Okay, never mind. So yeah, so they purchased what it is, M30s plus ASIC miners. So that's really good news. But for some reason, the stock did gap down. So we would create an alert right here at 79 cents. Let's create an alert right there. So I'm gonna create 2 alerts, one right there at 79 cents, and the other one right here at 85 cents. Boom. 85 cents. So let's add this one, MARA, it's already in there. That's good. Moving into the next one, MYSC, pre-market news. MYSC to launch contactless shopping solution on My Size ID app for in-store retail purchase. Okay, so it looks like we have a resistance right here at $1. We're gonna create an alert right there at $1, or exactly at $1. Boom, it has a resistance. It looks like I created a resistance in the past for $1.05. It bounced off from it. So let's check out. So I have a lot of stuff going here. So let's get in closer to the. Looks very, very ugly. But yeah, this is how this stock has traded in the past. And so this I have to probably clean it up a little bit, as I can barely see anything. So let me check the 30-day 1 hour. Okay, here we go, much better. So I'm gonna get rid of this one because it looks like it's a minor resistance, but we have a resistance right here at $1. Then looks like we have a resistance over here at $1.70, $1.71. So I'm gonna delete this one and then recreate it. $1.71. Boom. So $1.71. Nice, and then it looks like we have a resistance right here at $2.30. So let me remove this one and then recreate this one. 230. Move the rest. Boom. Okay. So resistance right here, dollar. Um, average volume 100. Ooh, let's go back to 1 day. Average volume is 500,000. Pre-market volume 1.3 million, and it definitely has some good news. So this is one that I'm definitely gonna watch on. I'm gonna create an alert over here at $1.06 because this one is definitely has a huge potential, especially with the buy off. So MARA, I'm gonna put AMC. I'm not gonna trade AMC because that's not a good of a stock. Let's see, we have VUZI. A couple days ago, it did go crazy. Oh yeah, it was on Friday, and Friday did make a good movement. But it does have some news over here. So let's see. The first report results and business outlook. Okay, so the first quarter loss, 18 cents per share. Quarterly loss of 5.36 million. Sales 1.53. So they had a bad earnings, but it looks like they announced a 11 million common stock direct offering price. So they had to sell some of their shares. And it looks like it's valued at offering it at 225 per share. So definitely not some good news, but it is trading above this resistance. Average daily volume 1.8 million. Pre-market is at 5 million. I'm just gonna create an alert at 240, 242 looks like, and then I'm gonna create another one at 252 just in case it does make some move. But if it makes a move, it's probably because of low volume traders. So definitely one that um, we'll have to keep an eye on. So let me get rid of this one, MYSC, or my size. It's definitely a stock that we're gonna be watching. So definitely keep an eye on that one and see how it actually goes. Let's check out GNUS. No news. It is trading up. Looking at the channel, 4-hour time frame. It did make a huge move over here. Same thing. I'm gonna create an alert right there at 60. I'm gonna say 67 cents. And we'll see if it does make anything out of it. We're getting to the dog days of the stock market again. The summertime, especially with this coronavirus, the market's very, very slow. But again, the movers are there. If they're not there in the in the opening bell, then definitely they're not. You have to keep an eye on them if more volume starts picking up, and then people start reading the news of a stock. So it's always good to still be prepared. If you're heading over to work, maybe you're going to like a restaurant, or maybe you work for an essential business, which right now are grocery stores, probably Amazon, USPS. Those are businesses that are helping out the economy kind of still move a little bit. So any businesses that are still remaining open, and then you're working for any of those, it's truly unfortunate that you probably are gonna miss on some of the opportunities. But if you are at home because your work did get canceled, or it did get stopped for a couple. It did get stopped, but then it's definitely good to keep an eye on the market for the rest throughout the whole day, so that way you're able to see what if there's no moves on the pre-market, because there's enough volume but not enough movement going on. um, then you have to wait for the rest of the day for you to really capitalize on anything, because again there's always opportunities. It's just you have to wait for the right one and jump on the right one, and of course have the proper risk management, and also um, have the right setup. So having the right setup is analyzing the stocks, seeing uh, um, how they're how they traded in the past, looking back at the history, looking where it is right now, seeing if there's any news. So all that analysis definitely helps you out determine where you should be getting in, and then where you should be getting cutting for profit. So um, with GNUIS, as we can see, we do have this channel over here, 4 hours, that it did cross it a couple days ago and it sold off. Let's zoom in more to the 30 days 1 hour. Boom, same thing. It was already over 2 priced, and this would have been a good short sell entry, and then boom, short sell entry right there, and then you would have made your money. And if you want to zoom in more to the last 30 days and 10 minutes, you can see closer that again, it was just already over 2 price. So with this one, we can definitely see that the price truly, if it crosses $1, which is, again, it possibly might not, because its daily average volume, it is very, very low. So we got to see how it actually behaves. But actually looking at the daily, its daily average volume is 7.9 million. Pre-market is at 1.2. So it's definitely gonna get up there. So that's why I'm talking about keeping an eye on stocks throughout the entire day to see if there's actually anything. All right, so let's move to the next one. ASRT. Um, and so they also released their quarterly results. So they announced a merger with Sila Life Sciences on track, expected to close shortly. Annual meeting May 19th. They made a net of 41.2 million, revenue of 20.9, sales 20.91, beat 11.9 million estimate, which is good. So they definitely had some good sales. So this is a really good good stock to keep an eye on as well. So we're gonna put an alert right here at $1.22. Boom, right there. And let's look at the channel. So this is the daily trade channel. Where is it at right now? $1.14. So it's already trading over here. So let's get closer to the 4-hour channel. As we can see, it's already getting close to the overprice, so $1.39. So we create some support right here at $1. Yep, have some support right there at $1. We have another. We have some resistance over here at $1.50. Boom, at $1.50. So let's zoom in closer at the 30-day. As you can see, it's already all the way up. It hit that $1.46, so the $1.50 resistance, and then now it's just, it looks like a sell candle. So definitely not a good entry. So but we gotta create an alert if it does get up there to $1.42, just in case of volume, and that is it. So APOP, let me check it one more time. So APOP, let's delete some of these. So this one gone, this one gone, this gone, 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 gone. Okay. So APOP, let's see. It looks like there's some resistance over here at $1.50. I mean $5.50. So I'm gonna create an alert right there at 551. That's good for me. The AMC. What was the other one that I was just checking out? ASRT. Yes. ASRT. Was there any more stock? Check out this stock right here. Seeking to recognize as proprietary properties. Okay, so Zcan. Not here. Oh, there it is. Daily average volume 100,000. Ooh, okay. Definitely want to watch right here. I'm gonna create alert right here at $1.60. And then $1.61. That's perfectly fine. I'm gonna create another one right here at $1.70. It does have some. It has just one news, but it's not even any good news or bad news. It just recognized as one of the intellectual properties superiority enterprises, one of the highest intellectual properties in China, designations in China. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna create some alerts. Let me look at the channel for the 1 year. So we do have some resistance right here. We have some support at $1.10. We have a resistance over here at $1.25, and we have another resistance, but it's trading over here. So if it's trading over here, it's already over to price. We do see that it's reached a resistance in the past. There's kind of like another resistance right here, kind of close to like $1.80. I'm just gonna put a $1.80, and the market's about to open right now. So these are all our watches with our alerts. So let's see what we got. MYSZ, boom, broke off the alert. Yeah, this one opened right away at 99 cents. So MYSZ is one big one that I was watching from the get-go, like I had mentioned. And if it breaks off that $1.05, then we have the closer resistance at $1.05, and then after that it's at $1.80. Looks like. So MYSZ. Let's look at the 1 hour channel over here. So definitely it has a lot of potential still trading over here below this line. So this is it's closer to the green, so definitely a good entry position. So let's see what we got. So now it's selling off, so it looks like that $1.06 is a huge it's at a huge selling. So it looks like it has some other alerts. What I have PTGX below $14. PTGX. Oh, this is one that I was watching. BUZI. I'm getting a lot of alerts. Above 242. So VUZI above 242. So I'm waiting for it to hit the 252 mark. PTGX below $1.14. This one I'm waiting because I'm waiting for it to get short sold. CDEV, I just got an alert that it passed the 84-cent mark, but it looks like, oh, I'm waiting for 88 cents. Ooh. And I do see 88 cents already on, what's the volume for today? Today is 623 million. This one's definitely a good one to get in. CDEV. Buy 400 shares. Just waiting for it. Volume today is already amazing, but I can't guarantee that it's gonna keep on going. I'm just waiting for the right move. There's a lot of resistance right there at that 88-cent mark. The volume for today, it's at 829, and the daily average is 23 million. There is no news for it, so I'm not gonna trade it because I don't even have a resistance over there at 93 cents. It's just too saturated, and there's a lot of pressure right there at 88 cents. So I'm getting a lot of alerts from other stocks. GNUS above 67 cents. This one did have some news. No news either. At CDEV. ASRT broke. It's starting to move. I believe that they had a quarterly loss. No, nothing yet with it. Anything I were to get a 200 position, we'll get 200 shares at first, but I'm seeing a lot of pressure right there, $1.15. Volume for today 1.6, and there it goes, $1.17, $15.98. Oh man, I entered the wrong thing too. But I'm in for 200 shares. at $1.16, $1.1598. And my goal is for it to get to $1.30. So I'm gonna put here. You see, there's just a lot of selling pressure still. Okay, slowly I'm seeing $1.30 starting to move. Okay, there it goes, about $1.22. Okay, yeah, there's just a lot of pressure right there at $1.20. I'm only up $10. I didn't go all the way with all my money. I only went with a portion of it. Again, I'm trying to get to $1.30. There we go, starting to make. I'm seeing $1.30 now here. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'll buy a couple more shares to bring my average, and then just to get more profits. So my daily average is 121, and then to get my goal at 10%, I need to hit $1.33, which there it goes. So I'm gonna set an alert over here. Dollar. So now it's selling off. Again, my goal is to get to $1.30. What is it? $1.21. So $1.34 is what I need to sell. So I have 300 shares. Now I'm close to losing some money, so I need to sell all of my shares right here. So now I'm negative. So I need to sell all my shares at $1.34, which I should have sold right when it was at $1.34. Yep, I should have sold right when I was at $1.34. But I decided to held it, so now I'm losing some money. So right when it was at $1.30, I should have definitely sold. I should have gotten my 100 shares right at my 300 shares at $1.80. But that's perfectly fine, so I'm still gonna wait and see if it reconciliates, which I'm seeing right there. Oh, why did I sell? Why did I close my? Again, so I'm gonna leave it right there. If I need to get more shares, I still have some. That's why I didn't go in with all my shares just in case of any sell-offs. So I'm just waiting to see if it still makes a comeback. But if I were to look at the 1 hour, I can see it's already off too high. 4 hours, it's already close to up there, $1.38. There you go. Now it's coming back again. So again, I need to sell it right there, $1.34 for a profit. But I'm seeing a lot of selling pressure still. But there's still a long way to go. Volume, it's amazing, 4.7 million. So I'm truly not scared of it at all whatsoever. I think I'm just gonna cancel my sell just for right now. I do have 300 shares. If it does make a comeback, I'm gonna sell 200 shares. I'll sell 200 shares for $1.34. Oh, why'd you say 200? There you go, 200. So I'm gonna sell 200 shares for $1.34. Let me look at the 1 minute. This thing is getting ugly. Okay, so looking at the 1 minute, now it's just selling off. I thought it's gonna make a comeback, but no, there's just a lot of selling pressure right here at $1.27. So I think I'm gonna have a loss on this one. Their ASRT's earnings, what was it? The stock opened at $1.04. So looking at the level 2, I do see a lot of sellers, a lot of selling pressure still. Now the 5 minute, so I'm still with a loss for the day. But their quarters, it says that they beat the quarters, almost doubled, 11 million estimate, and then they made 20 million. That's still pretty good news. Again, this is probably just a small seller for the day, and nope, there it goes. What I can do is I can still buy 100 more shares to bring my average down, but it's just selling off like crazy. And so at $1.16 is where I would cut my losses. And I have to wait for it to come back and make a thing, but then I'm just looking for the rest of the day. Like, this is a small sell-off, but then eventually it could probably just reevaluate itself, and just so I can cut off with at least some type of small profit. Yeah, it's just as soon as I saw $1.30, $1.33, $1.35, I should have sold off all of my shares and just gone in with a good $40 profit. I was being a little selfish, thinking it's still gonna keep on making a bigger move, but of course, nonetheless, it did not. Volume, volume's still increasing. So we just have to wait and see if it reevaluates itself. So sometimes you have to make quick trades. I didn't make a quick trade right there, so I'm negative in uh, my in my gains for the day. So I still have enough power to buy 100 more shares. I just want to bring my average down so I can bring my losses a little bit lower than expected. And I think I'm gonna do that just so I don't have such a huge losing day. It's not something I always recommend to always do, but I don't know if I should cut my losses right there. And then now the volume is just dying on the daily. We do have this stock that is going crazy over here. I don't know if I should set my buying power for a different stock. Or these too much of a losses too. That's the thing, is I want to bring my losing P&L up, but it looks like I'm just right there. Yeah, so it looks like I have to cut my losses right here, 300 shares, before I keep on losing more money. I already lost 10%. That's not good. So losing day for me, $45. I was supposed to do with my brackets, my brackets over here, 4% loss, 50% gain, or 10% gain too. Set them off with the losing day. So let's see what else we have. We have CMT. Same thing. It's just a lot of quarterly results that were released by a lot of stocks this week. And so that's why all these stocks are making big movers. CDE never got past that 88-cent mark. PTGX, ASRT. Yeah, with ASRT, truly, I didn't keep an eye on it as much. When I was in my trades, my average was over here, but I got more shares over here at $1.30. I don't know why. When I should have gotten more shares over here to keep my average still low, and then get my 10% at $1.30. And then I would have been truly satisfied with that. But that was not the case with it. That is not a move that was not a smart move from my behalf. WPRT, it looks like it was a good runner, so let's change this to a trending stock. Let's see what else is trending. So the big one is just this one, CMT. There's a lot of news, some long headlines over here that I have to read, and I truly don't like reading those long headlines, but they're very detailed. That's why. APOP did not pop at all. AMC sold off, like I had said. Good short sell, which is too obvious. Looking at I think it was the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, just look at that. It's just way too much. ASRT, good move, good spike move. Should have gotten in right here at $1.10. Got in more at $1.18 or 20 when I had my alert. And then yeah, that's why I always like to stick to like 10%. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna create my 10% bracket. Actually, I'm gonna do it on this one. I'll close this off real quick. So head over to the way you do this is I have these things right here. You go to click on the template, and then there's going to be a trigger with bracket. So what this does is going to trigger where you want to buy and where you want to sell. So you got to click on this little icon right here, tick off this little icon right here in the offset section, and then change it to percent, then change the bottom 2%. So this one's going to be negative, the bottom one, the top one's going to be positive. Again, the top one you want to make your earnings, is you want to make a goal, which is 10%, and then you want to cut your losses. For me is 4%, so I'm gonna say 4% right there. With the quantity, it just depends on how many shares you are trying to buy, so this is always going to change. And then so this is the way you set up this trick with bracket. And then what you do is you click right here, save custom template, and I'm gonna say 10% gain dash 4% loss. And then now the way I should have done it with ASRT, which I was stupid, and what I did is I did a single order. So what single order means is just I just basically bought some shares, instead of doing it the smart way and doing my doing with my brackets. Because with my brackets, what it does is, let's say I want to buy in right now. You see these brackets that pop up right here. So this red line that pops up over here, it literally tells you where you're going to be buying and where you're going to be selling. Of course, I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to buy any more shares of ASRT. Now we see UAVS making a move, a huge move for the day. Wow. I thought I had set an alert for UAVS. No alert? Wow. Yeah, so UAVS, there's no news for it. I did have it in the watches, but I took it off, and then now look at the move that it's making. But let me check out the it's still a good entry point for it. I think, as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna trade it. The question is how many shares. Right now it's already over 2 priced, so I'm gonna wait for it to reconciliate. Because if I look between the buyers and sellers, we can see that there's a lot of sellers. So again, buyers being the supply, and then sellers being buyers being the demand, and then sellers being the supply, because again, sellers are the ones that are determining where the price should go. As we can see, there's a lot of supply, and then not too much of a demand, so it's not balancing off. So right, we're seeing that huge resistance right there. So I wasn't going to jump in and buy it right away. I'm waiting for it to reconciliate. Volume for today is at 4.8 million, daily average 16, and it opened at $1.04. You see, sometimes the stock that you don't think are going to be making a move, they're the ones that make a move. And if I would have gone with UAVS, we got a good more than 10% gainer right there. So UAVS hits the market again. I'm gonna put WPRT because it did make a move. So I always like to go back on stocks that did make any type of move. And then CMT. Well, it's a long watch list, but it's one that definitely want to keep on. EUZI. Boom, hit the 252. So now volume for today 1.7 million, daily average 1.8, so almost at 100%. So now it's trading over here above the 250 mark. And the next resistance, we don't have a next resistance for VUZI. Let's close the active trader. I don't have a resistance for UAVI above that price. Nope, looks like I don't. Wow. Check the 5-year and see if I can get anything. No, it's just too priced. $4. It's like around 423. Well, I'm not expecting it for it to hit all the way over there. Actually, looks like it's 450. So it's trading above it. There's a lot of demand, around 250. Supply, it's there, so it needs to pick up a little bit. And demand on the day 1.8 million, so it did surpass it for the day. If I were to get some shares of this one, I'm only able to get like 50 shares of it. And for it to make a move for me, has to go all the way to like 270. ASRT selling off for the rest of the day. So I would have been better off short selling ASRT than than continue holding it when it was trading over here on the $1.20. But of course I can't short sell. So last week I was up for the week. Where's my? Hope we have my. This is how you keep track of some of your stocks. Well, let's do this. Close this out. And hopefully my stuff did get saved. Boom, here we go. All right, so for this week, definitely not a good week. So last week I was up at, so my goal for June, I need to hit 740 actually. I'm gonna go with 8%. I need to hit 820 by June, because in May I started with the $500, and right now I'm at 484 with buying power. So far I am down so I am down 3%, but I used to be at 530. So I actually have to go back and see how much I actually was on. How much is that I lost on ASRT? I'm actually down 8.6%. So right here, so far, so that's not good. Oh, 8.7%. Let's say 9%. 485.95. That my buying power 484. 0.1%. I don't know, I'll figure it out, but basically I'm just down for the day. So any other alerts? Mara, just hit off. Oh, there you go. There you go with the UAVS. I was waiting for that sell-off, and it's conciliating. $23 would have been a good entry point for me. So for me to make back my So for me to make back my my revenue to where I used to be at 530, it's actually double of what I used to. So for today, I mean I didn't use all my money, but I did lose $45, which is a negative 8.6%. But I need to calculate how much I need to actually make up for it. So I'm down 45, 95. Right, 45.95. And then for me to get back to the 530 and or possibly with some profit, I have to so I lost like 8.6%, so I have to make up like 16-17%. So 484.95 plus 16%. 584. So for me to make my goal, if I would have gotten like a good profit at 584, I mean from 530, I was at 10% from that would have been would have given me a buying power to 584. So for me to get back to 584 from 484, that's a good $100 profit that I need. So for me to get that, I need to make 22%. So I need to get in a stock that is going to make me a 22% return. Of course, for today, there's not going to be such stock. It's only going to be a small gain. So I have to either see if there's tomorrow, if there's going to be a stock that trades below $1.50 for me to buy 100 shares and then make a good 22% gain, or wait until Wednesday for me to get my whole buying power to get enough to be able to buy enough shares of a stock that's going to bring me a 22% return. So this is why it's always good for you to keep on track on all your trades. For example, this is find out where you want to have like a short-term goal for so for example, if I start with $500 and I'm trying to make like 8% in every trade. So because I do have a cash account, I only like to trade 2 times a week. I know it's very, very short, but because I don't want to get hit by the PDT rule or a pattern day trader rule, because I don't have $25,000, I can my account, the way it goes is I day trade one day, and it has to my account has to rebalance itself, recalibrate, and then after that, the next day I get my whole buying power back again, so I'm able to trade like that. So there's always like a day for it to process things. So I definitely do lose some days. Um, so that's why I always have to strategize very properly. Um, Therefore, I always want to make, again, between 6 and 10% is my goal. So I'm averaging this for it to be at 8% goal. So uh, right now I'm down in the month of May. I'm down negative 2.91%, which again I have to figure out. 530, 595, 26. Which to me doesn't make sense on the buying power, but I guess it does make some sense in its own way. What if I change this to 530.9? No, yeah. So last week I was up 6%. This week I'm down 8.6%. So very dumb move. So I lost almost uh, I lost my entire profits from last week, and now I lost some extra, so which puts me at a negative 2.41%. But again, this number doesn't make any sense because there we go. I'm actually negative 9.3%. I'm actually negative 3.1%. Sorry, I'm negative 3.1%. So for me to get back up again, I have to get so again, that's just so far because I made one trade. Of course, I have to wait for me to make my next trade and see I actually trade. So let's say, for example, I make another good. If I make a good trade of 10%, it's only gonna put me to. I gotta figure out. So negative 10, so negative 9.2. So it's only gonna put me at a profit of 0.8 for the week. If I make a 0.08, that's gonna leave me with for the week. If I make my 10% goal for one day, and so it's gonna have me at a positive of 0.8, and then for next week, hopefully I'm able to get my 10%, and then if I make my another 10%, then it's gonna leave my account at 631, which leaves me short. So therefore I have to have like 20% weeks the next 2 weeks, and I'll still be short from my goal of 820 to have an 820 account for the month of June. And again, slow and steady, you do this for the rest of the coming months, but I'll explain this later on a different video on how you guys are able to do that. But for today, there were some movers, there were some risks. Let's look at ASRT again. Now it's negative for the day. I already knew it. It was gonna be. It had to be a quick trade with this stock, but I didn't pay attention to it too much, like I should have. And of course, it just cost me to be in a bad trade. So it is what it is. And then another mistake that I did make was I didn't use my I did not trade properly. I didn't use my trigger brackets. So again, trigger brackets are good if you use ThinkorSwim. I'll explain to you them in a different video more deeply as much as I can, but I think it's pretty easy. It's just basically these brackets allow you to have. See, there you go. So here we go. So as you can see, these trigger brackets. Um, let's go with my. So for example, this one. You can see, let's say if I want to buy at 98 cents, it's telling me that it's going to sell at $1.07 for me to make my profit, and it's going to cut my losses. At if it doesn't go past 98 cents, then it's going to cut my losses somewhere around 94 cents. So as you can see, that's how those trigger brackets work. Again, pretty plain and simple. It's just you have to set up how many, what your goal percentage is, and then how much, what your goal percentage is, and then what your percentage in loss is. Again, mine is 4%. I always want to sell 4%, but of course today I didn't do that with ASRT. I let it go past it, and it cost me to have a bad trade. So uh, so bad day, bad decisions from in my behalf, bad moves in my behalf, and it's perfectly fine. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, so I'm not truly mad about it. It's just I do have to make up for a lot of it for the next coming weeks, as you can tell, because I have to hit my 820 mark goal. And if I don't hit this, then that means I have to work even double harder for me to hit into my July work. And if I hit that, then I'm gonna keep the momentum working double the time for me to make my August goal, and then my September goal and October goal, and so on forth until the rest of the year. So hopefully by the end of the year, I turn my account of $500 into $15,000. It's no guaranteed, but again, slow and steady does win the race. And then being very patient and strategizing and having a risk management tool, which again are with ThinkorSwim. The risk management tool is just using your brackets, using the trigger brackets, um, and then also having auto send. You don't want to wait for, usually before there used to be like a confirmation over here that pops up and they ask you, are you sure you want to place this order? So with the auto send, it makes it a lot quicker. But again, the biggest thing for you to make your profits is analyzing stocks, creating alerts, creating supports, resistances, and then from there you should be a successful trader. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's definitely going to take some time, and then the more you trade, the more experience you have. So good experience for me today. If you guys do have any questions, definitely let me know. As a matter of fact, let me see if anybody. No, nobody's watching, so it's perfectly fine. So again, definitely always have to make some smart moves. And now I see S, Y, and E making a move. Huge move for today. Again, another quarter results, but it looks like they missed their estimated. So some of these stocks are just getting pumped for no reason because they have a negative quarterly loss. So I don't know how is it that it goes from being, it opens up at $4 to $5 when they have a bad quarter results. So I'm at this one, CYNE, and then figure out why it's actually moving. UAVS, did it make a comeback? Yes, it did. So UAVS, I was waiting for to reconciliate somewhere over here, and it did, and it did reconcile a little bit, but then it sold off, and then now it's reconciliating very good. Um, so again, for me to make my 20% gain, it has to hit it has to hit way more than $1.20. So for me to make my 20% gain from UAVS, it has to hit $1, $1.46, so $1.50 almost. But I'm already in late, so $1.26. So I'll show it right here on my percent gain goal. I'm put 20%. Let's say I get in right now at $1.26. Show the study. Boom, there it is. As you can see, for me to hit, it has to hit $1.51. So for me to make my gain, my goal, it has to really make a huge move from where it is right now, $1.26 to $1.51, for me to make my money back that I lost from ASRT. So looking at this one, the supply buyers being the demand and the sellers being the supply, we can see that there's an even out balance right here. I'm starting to see more sellers pop up with their share size. So there's a lot of resistance right here at $1.27, $1.28, huge seller at $1.28. So $1.27 looks it looks like that seller that had like 230 shares did was probably just making a spook or some sort. But yeah, there's a lot of resistance right here at $1.28. And yeah, so that's why now it is trading its range. It won't pass the $1.27. And so again, you just gotta see the battle between buyers and sellers. Okay, now we see a huge seller at $1.28. So now there's the demand, it looks like it's increasing. If UABS does pass $1.29, it definitely has a potential for it to keep on moving. Can't guarantee it to where, but again, there's just a lot of pressure right there at $1.27 and $1.28. So as you can see, at $1.28, a huge seller, 110 shares. 100 and well, that's the asking size of 110, which will equal to so every time there's a 1, that's 100 shares, and if there's 100, 146, that's gonna be 146 times 100, so it's gonna be 14,000 shares that they're selling off. So again, this is 151, so 151 times 100, that's gonna be 15,000 shares. So as you can see, the demand is not there, and the supply is just being way too high for the demand to catch up. So $1.28, $1.27 still. Again, it's just a lot of resistance right there. It's trying to do its best that it can to get past it, but there's not enough demand. So there it is. It's just too much pressure right there at $1.20, $1.27. So that's what's causing it for it to sell off now. Um, Looking at CYNE, it's still trending up. So between buyers and sellers, we can see that there's a lot of buyers at $5. So the demand is there just a little bit. Volume for today, it's almost at 300% from the day, from its daily average, which is 467. So it's now at a 5.3 million. I mean 1.3 million volume. But looking between, again, buyers and sellers, aka supply and demand, there's an even battle right there. So it's even consolidating. So it could bounce off from this, from the simple moving average at around 20, and then continue trending up. But to me, I do think that it's already overly too priced. Let's remove this to make it look better. If I were to look at this, close this off, close this off too, and looking at the 1 hour, we can see that the price is already over, way above the channel. So it will be a good short sell position for me, but of course I can't short sell. So again, looking at the 30 minutes, overly priced as well. Looking at the 50 minutes, overly priced. So again, a good short sell position for CYNE for the rest of the day, or even for just for me to make my gain. If I were to short sell again, I would stick to a percent goal, which will be 10%. So this will definitely be a good entry point for it. The volume is there, but we just have to see how the volume is dying down on each single bar. So that's why it'll be a good short sell position. But of course, the short sell is not making too much of a crazy move, because there is still some small demand there, but I have to wait for the supply or the sellers to just make a move, and then this thing will definitely crash. But I'll keep an eye on it for the rest of the day. But we only have 5 minutes left for the live stream, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on CYNE for the next 5 minutes. I'm just gonna leave the stream in there, and that was it for today. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely let me know in the comments below. And just keep a eye on CYNE and see if it sells out for the rest of the day. All right, so a huge move right here on CYNE. As we can see, buyers did step in, but this leaves me for it's still a good short sell position. Just price got higher more, so now you have a higher chance of you making even more, making a better profit. And so truly short sell right there for try to average that up right there at 520, and then just short sell. But again, um, it's definitely again, it's a huge short sell up position right here. Again, it's just the price is already overly way too high up there. Of course, if it keeps moving up, uh, uh, there's no true resistance above where it is right now. Just at the moment over here at 5. Actually, there is this right here, 580. I see a small, I see a resistance, 575 actually. There you go. It's still trending up. We have another one right here at 940. And still making a bigger move for the rest of the day. That's perfectly fine. But again, it's just a short sell position for me. Still waiting for it. We're just waiting for the right time. Right here, I see it still consolidating at that 20 SMA. So we're consolidated right there. Made a move. And then of course the demand that's depend right there, and then the demand did step in and then causing this move right there. But again, I'm just waiting. The price, the higher the price gets, the better the short sell position it is, because you're able to make more profit because it has more room for it to sell off. So Zkin, I just got an alert from ZKIN that it broke off the 161 alert. Like, looks like it did. So now it has to get up to $1.70, and if I were to get in right there, to buy even 100 shares for me to make my 10%, has to hit like past that $1.80 mark. So let's say 164. Good. It has to hit almost $2. So a 40% gain. But as you can see, the price is already just way too much, and it's gonna sell off right now. There you go. Yeah, it's just selling way too much. All right, so here it is with CYNE. Again, it just made a better move for a short sale position. Still, just reconciliated from the 20 SMA. Make sure, is it? Yep. So it's a 20 SMA, and right there around 530 would have been a good entry point to short sell it. And then right there from 530, short sell it for a 10% gain. You're looking at for it to hit below 478. So you just have to be patient. It's a patient game. But that is it for today. I'll keep your eye on CYNE. Keep an eye on CYNE. OPK. I just got an alert from OPK. I got multiple of them for it. for today, but for me for today, just lost some money on ASRT. I didn't make quick decisions. 1, 2, I didn't enter the position right, and then 3, um, I didn't close all my profits. So very bad moods for me today with ASRT, but with um, you get to learn from it, but that's perfectly fine. More learning experience for me. And CYNE just keeps getting lower a little bit. So if it gets below $5, that's definitely letting you know that it's still a short selling position. So I'm gonna create an alert just to see when it hits me. Once it sells off, and then below $4.99. So I'll wait for it. But that is it for the live stream. Again, any questions, concerns, you guys let me know, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.